Marth, Fox, Dreamland. Fox has a lot of room to move around, able to move away from me. Alright, so this person's doing a lot of movement in the ground. We did see the wave dashes down, really trying to control their space. Very good. I'm going to go ahead and drop this chain grab real quick because I'm a nice guy. Person moving in, kind of faking a little bit before they did the attack. Oh, they were going to tech roll to center. Very common option. Didn't give me that. Oh, thought I could get this. Wispy helping me out. We're just going to pummel a little bit longer for some extra damage. I'm going to turn around because they're probably going to go for a low angle. Very common. And again, they had to up B earlier, so I could up B them, or they had to go down. I think there was an angle there that could have been saved. So again, we know that they're kind of in place. Look, they're waiting. Going to come in. There it is to come in. So you have to kind of keep in mind, like, the timings that people are playing it. You don't always have to know everything perfectly, but if you kind of have an idea, then that's pretty good. So again, the procs could have tech that because I did tipper. If I did a weak hit, they would not have been able to tech that, which is why I went for it. There's our quick attack. There's going to be our weight. There's our weight. There, we punished them on the weight. There, you can see that. So again, there's a lot of call-outs that are going here. They're double jumping to edge. We're going to try and get that next time. We got the punish. So again, we're kind of calling out how the neutral's going against this player. That's going to be a tech error coming out from them. So again, we're just calling them, moving away. Nothing really new here. They did a get attack before, so we shielded that time. They teched in place before, so we just go ahead and punish that. We're just going to push them out so we don't push them up onto the platform. And we just forward smash them again once they're stuck. So hopefully that made some sense to you guys. We'll see what the next... We're playing against Falco on Fountain of Dreams. That's where the red and red bean comes from, presumably. Now we're going to be playing against Falco. Looks like they are going to be a little bit more comfortable with their tech skill. And that's going to be good for them. We knew they double jumped edge before. They did not try to ride an angle. Very unusual. A lot of people would go for angle there. Very good. We turned around so we can get a better angle here. Oh, good. I was almost able to get that punish. But not quite. We're going to go ahead and go for the spike just in case they wanted to go up again because we were calling that out before. Downer, not a downer. We'll barely got that out. And that's just unfortunate. So the tech skill is going to be coming out for this person. So again, you always want to make sure you're getting your tech down because if you're on stage with Falco having to up B, you're in a rough spot. This person hasn't been doing lasers for a little bit. It's going to keep me very mobile, and that's the main advantage Marth has over Falco is the ability to be mobile. Oh. There's our laser. And they're going to go for a quick fake. So again, you're kind of seeing like that's a good fake on their part. Of course, I didn't have to be greedy for that grab. I wanted to actually do a forward smash there. Something that's just kind of been happening with my controller, I think. But as you can see, not the biggest deal that we made the miss input. Because again, the main thing, look at how they're wave dashing down. You actually saw the Fox technique coming out there. So again, as Falco, very important. Even on a smaller stage, get your lasers out. Because if you don't, Marth has so much more mobility than you. And that's they're gonna really be teching these downers. I just want to see if they would do it that time. So hopefully that makes some sense to you guys. Make sure if you are a Fox player playing Falco, you do make sure you're getting those lasers out. And if you're a Falco player playing Fox, make sure that you also are keeping pressure on your opponent through movement, which this person was doing, but as Falco, they did not keep the laser out, so I was free to move, free to keep my sword out, and put them in an awkward situation many times, outrange them, outmaneuver them, everything like that. And so I think this person may have been more comfortable with Fox, and they would have ended up going for a switch. But either way, you guys can see the importance of tech seal. You guys can see the importance of keeping your lasers out. You guys can see the importance of keeping your timing different. We called out the timing for so many of these Fox's attacks, and we just kind of played off that. We called out some tech habits. Make sure you're mixing up how you tech, especially on Dreamland, which can break Marth's combos a lot of the time. You really want to make sure you're keeping that tricky and keeping the Marth second guessing himself. So hopefully that makes some sense to you guys, and I'm trying to see if there's anything else I really want to talk about, but I think that covers most of it. Just make sure if you're a Marth player, you're capitalizing on these things as quickly as possible, getting your damage, getting them off stage, and not messing around too much. I did give my opponent too many chances to tech. Would have been better if I... would have certainly been better if I did more, maybe a little bit more counters, or I went out and intercepted them a little bit more with side B. First hit, so I dragged them down, so they could not do a tech, and then went back up and grabbed the edge. Something you see Zane do against Mango a few times is a very effective technique, and so make sure you're keeping that in mind as well. Although my opponent didn't tech it here, I was calling out that as a possibility, so hopefully that makes sense. And GG's Red Bean, thank you for playing. Alright, Strawberry Sammy, we're getting in on a Marth Ditto. Now, of course, this is going to be determined by grab game, how he punished someone on the ground with down tilt. So you saw down tilt grab coming out from this Marth in the beginning. That's a good indication of what's going to happen. So of course we are going to make sure we're grabbing the edge. If the person DIs away, they can't go straight to edge without having to wait a little bit first. So that gives us a mix-up right there. And this person actually got messed up by the fountain platform. I'll have to making sure you're ready for that. Oh, this person's ready to game. I can't believe they went for it. This person's doing some like weird full hop thing when I'm off the stage. Air dodge? Not air dodge. We're just going to go ahead and walk away. Tipper, see if they are going to hit the tech. They might have been looking for down tilt instead. It is going to mess with their timing a little bit. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we know that they are going to miss some DIs on the throw. That's very important. We're going to jump right around that up B. Now, of course, we could wave dash to the edge, but just jumping delays our timing, makes it a little bit ambiguous. Maybe it looks like we're going for a down air. They don't know. I was just trying to see if they were going to fall off. All right, what do we got? They're going to go to edge. They're going to go for the spike, or the tipper. Great job on their part. Not a whole lot I could have done in that situation. Going for some lazy F tilts, just see if I can catch them jumping or on the ground. We're going to DI down and away, so make sure we can get out. You can always just hold down if Marth's going to grab you. Usually a good choice. I really wanted that. Sour spot up tilt, actually an underrated killing tool. Again, if you are close, you can actually just push people off the stage very quickly. They're going to be going onto a larger stage, much more dash dancing, much less swinging in place. If I can move backward here very easily, I can also just sit here and counter because I'm just doing it. This person's up throwing at this percent, they get the damage, but now what? I just pressure them. Well, we're not. Wispy might have gotten involved there. We're going to DI out so we don't get absolutely mega hecked. They wanted to go for the same punishment before. We're just going to test their timing. Oh, there's their pivot attempt coming out. Oh. Good DI. So notice how much how patient they are, how they're moving around. And they're really waiting for these down tilts because they know that's the key to the matchup. They know that if they're pushing me with down tilt, they're getting good positions. I don't care. I'll take that. Just going to push them out. And that side B timing killed them. There was nothing they could have done after that point. Tipper back air is going to come out and seal the stock. So again, when I'm forcing them to attack like that really quickly, I'm in a good spot. Look at that, how much they want the down tilt. Look at them. That was really bad timing by me. I picked the worst possible timing to get on the stage there. I could have come up and done a down tilt, which is what I was going for. Oh, that's not a down air. I'm going to hold away. Didn't work. Push him towards edge. Okay, so this person doesn't want to roll, spot dodge, anything when they get up. But they do want to hold out right there. So we're just going to go oblige. We're just going to grab the edge. We can grab it early. We have like 30 frames of invincibility. We are good. Interesting. Hold down. We're fine. Down tilt is forcing that jump. Very nice. Move out, move on. Of course, I was not able to actually get that punish right there. Just would have been funny if I did. And we can obviously just tip her right there, but spike, little, don't have to worry about any tech skill. A little bit too much fun with movement. They were punished from before for getting up early, so we're just going to punish them this time. That might be. Not quite. Ooh. Nice, and I held out. Not my best DI. Thought I was able to get a down tilt between those hits, but was not. Oh, surprised that hit. We're just going to reverse our back air. Yeah, it's a nice little Marth that we have here, chat. We're just keeping them in the air. Keep them in the air. Now they don't have their jump. We saw the ring. We kind of messed that up. That was a bad move on our part. This is why you don't want to keep them in the air too long. Oh, that's not a forward smash. Oh, nice roll. Oh. Push him out. We can get back on stage. Up there, jump 2. We just go for the back air. So again, nothing too complicated. You saw how the basic rules of the matchup played out. We're moving on the ground, then sometimes one of us would jump, the other one would start jumping, or if we down tilted too much, that one person would start jumping a lot. Keep the rules in mind. Then you're down throw, you're throwing and check chasing, your forward throw, down throw, check chasing. This person did some up throws early for some additional punishes. We noticed it didn't work out the best for them, but of course it is Dreamland. It's going to break a lot of combos, so it's going to be a difficult spot, so it's better to do grounded tech chases on Dreamland as much as possible, given how high the platforms are, how long they are, how hard it is for Marth to get up and down to them, because he doesn't accelerate very quickly up and down in the air or drift that great. So it's very important that he tries to keep people lower when punishing on Dreamland as much as possible. That being said, we did notice that they were having some great times by the edge. We also noticed that like moving around and down tilting by the edge is really good. Why? Because when you're holding down, you can take a hit, counter hit. You might even be able to hit Marth before he hits the ground. Get a good punish that way. So anyway, it's just kind of fun to move around with this person, play around with those threat ranges, with those down tilts, with those jump threats, all kind of combined. And hopefully some of that made sense to you guys. You also saw how I was playing around with how long they were holding the edge, whether I would come up with up B at a certain timing to go on the stage early, or whether I would wait out their whole roll up and kind of mess with their plan there. So it just goes to show you there was a bit of an interesting counterplay that we were kind of developing by the end game too. And we also saw how much longer the second game was because we were on a large stage that also broke combos, but also we had more room to move around. So if you get poked, you don't die or get in an edge guard situation necessarily. And you guys can go back and kind of watch and see how the differences looked like that compared to Fountain. But anyway, it was very fun, Sammy. Thank you for playing, and GG's.